Hello, my name is Johnny, and I support horror. This week I watched a pretty intense, psychologically intense movie called Saint Maud, a recent feature from A24. Excuse me while I say a prayer and a few Hail Marys before we get into this beast. Let's talk about it, horror fam. Saint Maud is a psychological horror film written and directed by Rose Glass. This was her feature film debut. She had only done a few shorts before writing and directing this movie. I'm very impressed with this filmmaker, and of course we'll get into that in just a minute. This movie follows Maud, who works as a private care hospice nurse in an English seaside town. She's assigned to a woman named Amanda, who used to be a semi-famous choreographer and dancer. One day, Amanda confesses to Maud that she fears death and just the oblivion in front of her. Well, Maud, being a devout Roman Catholic, is now on a mission to save Amanda's soul. Let's just say not everything goes according to plan, and Maud starts questioning things, punishing herself, and starting on a dark faith walk that leads her to redemption? You're gonna have to watch. And what a watch this was. My God. Initial reaction to Saint Maud before we dive in. It's bleak, cold, uncomfortable, uncertain. But these are all great things. Trust me, these are great, and the ending will leave you with chills. When the credits started to roll after that very last scene, all I could think about was that Homer Simpson gif when he's just kind of backing up and disappearing into a bush. That's exactly how I felt. It leaves you a bit wide-eyed and kind of backing away from your TV, like, okay, that was incredibly awesome and dark. I need a hug right now, Mom. Okay, back to reality. Throughout this movie, we are seeing Maud dealing with some psychological trauma. She believes that the Lord is inside of her, or right near her, and she can hear his voice sometimes. And by the way, you do get to hear his voice. It's probably the most creepy God voice I've ever heard in any movie, so get ready for that. When something good happens and she believes that she has pleased God, she kind of goes into this orgasmic episode. It's very strange. And we also get to witness if, she's done something, quote, bad or something goes wrong, she will punish herself. First, it's something small, still painful, but then as the movie goes on, the punishments get more brutal, even though they are few and far between. I do love the whole psychological horror aspect to this movie. We get to see Maud's realities play out on screen, how she thinks it goes in her mind. But also the audience gets pulled back down to earth and we get to witness what is actually going on. It's a trip for sure. As for the character of Maud and the actor's performance, I like how throughout the 3 different acts, Maud's personality and overall look changes. Mostly personality though. The performance of Morfydd Clark, who plays Maud in this movie, is so good. I feel like her character changed a bit in every single act of the movie, which is great because, we always want to see a character go through some sort of change, of course. But I like seeing her distinct transformation play out. I know that sounds weird, but let me explain. In the first act, Maud comes off as this timid, by the book, does what she's told, dependable person. Someone that is lonely and very sweet and just lives and breathes to please God. In the second act, those traits seem to go AWOL after a skirmish happens when taking care of Amanda. She abandons the notion of trying to please God and gets kind of wild. She tries to conform more to society and the people around her and starts doing acts of the flesh, we'll call them. And in the third act, that's just where the wheels come off. You start to feel bad for her, at least I did. And you see the train wreck coming, but you just cannot turn your head. So yeah, that's the beauty of her transformation throughout the movie. And Maud comes off a little bit intimidating at the end, even though she's physically the same petite person that's at the beginning of the film. Now, psychologically, at the end of the film, she's just, she's pretty irrational. She's gone. And not only Maud's actions are eerie and, we feel that slow tension, it's also the atmosphere of the movie that helps this, dreary dread feeling be constant throughout. Lots of dim lighting. She lives by this seaside town that's very cold and blustery and gray. There's some people that are out and about in the town, but it just feels very abandoned. It's the perfect setting for a film like this. I also have a couple thoughts on how they framed religion in this movie. I think Saint Maud displayed and picked up on the idea that a lot of times, well, not all the time, but a lot of times, people tend to reach for something spiritual to take comfort in, after a tragic event. Whether it be a life or death experience or maybe something that they're ashamed about. Like something Maud faced at the very beginning of the movie, the cold open. I feel like at times people try to bury the hurt and sometimes, rush into a religion or spirituality to be comforted, to be saved from it, from all the hurt. Not saying everyone does that. In fact, it's probably a very small percentage. I'm not even saying it's bad. I'm just saying I have seen that trend play out, and I think that's one thing that the director, Rose Glass, was going for. There's a little hint of that going on when Amanda calls out Maud for being a recent convert. And Maud mentions that, she got her Jesus necklace, her cross, online. Those two little bits of information, in my opinion, kind of tells us a lot about how Maud got started in her spiritual journey. It was pretty quick. So overall, I really dug Saint Maud. I thought it was great. And after all the things I said in this review, if you're feeling a dark psychological horror drama movie, you should definitely check out Saint Maud. It is a slow burn, but the length of this movie is perfect. It's only an hour and 24 minutes, and a movie like this can feel very long after about an hour and a half, hour 40, but this one clocks under 90 minutes. Oh, and the soundtrack to Saint Maud, give that a listen. On Spotify, whatever streaming service you have, if you want to buy it on iTunes, give it a listen. Just make sure you're in a good headspace before you break it out, because it's just as bleak of the movie. I personally love it. The score adds so much to the film. And I will leave you with that, horror fam. Once again, thank you so much for coming by and watching my review of Saint Maud and checking out all my videos on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you hit that button right now and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And let's be friends to the end, people. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Horror Hack. Once again, my name is Johnny. Keep supporting horror, and this has been one hack of a show.